Hello. Hello, hello. How are you? Let me know if you guys can hear me as you come in. I came in through StreamYard, which is sometimes it's a little, well, I'm a little challenged when I go in through StreamYard, but I like the graphics, so I'm in here. I wanted to touch base with you ladies. A couple of you guys reached out to me, and yeah, I just want to chat and check in on people and see how they're doing. Is anybody there? Let me see. Testing, testing, 1 through 3. Okay, awesome. Hi, Shar. Hi, Sophia. Thank you. I put a little silver in there. Let me take this banner down now that I know you guys can hear me. How are you ladies doing tonight? Hey, Nancy G. Hey, Lydia. Good evening. Good evening. How are you? How is everybody doing? I'm not going to be on here long. Well, we'll see. I'll go with the flow. My plan is not to be on here long, but if we need to talk for longer, thank you, Nancy. Hi, Andrea. Um, if we need to be on here longer, you were itching to put that. So I told you I was. And so I was, girl, when I put it in at first, I did blue at the roots and then the silver. And then I had to go back in and touch it up with the silver. But yeah, I'm loving it. Thank you. Is it Jalis? Hi, Nikki. How are you? Yeah, I was itching. I actually bought that silver hair paint like maybe 2 or 3 months ago, and I was scared to put it in, and then I saw more people in it. Anyway, I just didn't want to look like an old lady, but I really liked how it looked. So it's only in the front. Um, this side is all silver, and this side has blue and silver. So we'll see. We'll see what. Hey, warm bright light, how are you? Oh, Meryl Streep vibes. Hey now, I like it. I like it. How is everybody doing? First and foremost, I know we just had the Thanksgiving Day holiday, and we touched base before, because holidays are hard, especially when you're TTC. Holidays are hard, period. There's an additional challenge when you're TTC. So hopefully everybody is okay. Hey, Christina B. Hey, Melanie. How are you? Yes. I need the deets, please. Oh my God, Nancy. It's over on my other channel, all the deets. Becoming Tanika. I did my skincare routine, I think, not on the Thanksgiving Day vlog, but the vlog before the Thanksgiving Day. I went through my skincare routine. Although I did get a pimple on here, so it's not perfect, but you know, the hormones. Oh no, December 1st, 2020. Yeah, okay. So it's your anniversary of your loss. I am so sorry, Melanie. I am so sorry. I had a loss in 2018 in December, so I know it's not easy. And it's not even just the time of the loss, but you remember when you got pregnant, what your due date would be, like all of those things when you have a loss. So it's hard. It's hard. All right, so okay, I must have missed that one. I'm gonna check it out. Okay, cool. Now, it's on the other channel. It's in a vlog style, but it's at the beginning of the vlog because I started off the day with my morning routine, and then I went into doing my hair. So it's over there, but it's basically like a bunch of serums that I've been using. One of them is the Teamy Hydration Mask, which has niacinamide, which is a vitamin B, and hyaluronic acid, which is super hydrating. And then I'm trying to think what else. There's a basis cleanser that I use. And basically, honestly, spending time on my skin. Like, I have a full skincare routine. I have a morning routine. I have an evening routine where that wasn't true a couple years ago. Like, now I'm, trying to have good skin. Oh, your loss is December 5th, 2017. I'm so sorry, Nicola. Hey, Genesis, how are you? We got approved for our 90-day fiance visa. Oh, you're getting married. Congratulations. Oh, I'm excited to hear that. I'm glad you got approved. Yes, moving and grooving. Okay. Wait, 90-day fiance, isn't that a show? That show isn't about people getting visas, is it? 90-day fiance. Is that the same thing? I'm so slow if that's the same thing. I had no idea. Brown eye, feeling a little blue, but I have an appointment with my psychiatrist coming up, so I'll tell him about it. Absolutely, brown eye queen. Yeah. And you can DM me if you feel like it or email me. I have been feeling a little blue, but I feel like I'm coming out of it. I did some cleaning today, which you guys will see on the vlog. It's a hard time of year for me. Yeah, I've had 2 losses at this time of the year. So I had I had a loss in 2017. That baby would have been born right after Thanksgiving. So that's a triggering point. And then I had a loss in December of 2018 from IVF. And so it's hard. Aside from that, I've just been feeling like a little bit overwhelmed. Hey, LLP Cheyenne, how are you? Good to see you. I was feeling a little overwhelmed. Today I started my day with yoga and some meditation, and then I played I don't know if you guys ever listen to music on YouTube. I played like Hertz, I think it was 888 Hertz music, where it was abundance meditation, because for some reason I have been kind of lingering in scarcity and I'm not sure why. Thank you, Cheyenne. I'm not sure why. I think it's part of like who I've been allowing into my space, either digitally or whatever we want to call this, or physically. And so I really want to move consciously about who is in my space, in my ether going forward. And so I wanted to soak in abundance. Like, I am enough. I have enough. I'm okay. Instead of worrying about, because for some reason I was really focused on what I don't have. Mainly, I don't have my rainbow baby yet. And I think what's the point of that? It's not healthy, but I'm human. So, and I have group therapy tomorrow night. So I'm all about that. Hey, Roseanne, how are you? Happy holidays to you too. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Live one day at a time. Aging backwards. Hey, it's all those supplements, sis. It's all those supplements. Okay, so I think we've 33 people in here at 6:57. I'm not going to say a lot of you guys have reached out to me. Enough of you guys have reached out to me that I did want to address that. I'm going to take these comments off. I have permissioned it so that only people who have been a subscriber a month or longer are in this chat. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it live. We'll see. I want this to be a safe space. But there's something going on in our community. I am not going to name names. Well, that's not true. I'm going to name one person's name because she has a channel and she's had it on the channel. I'm not going to name the 2 parties involved. I'll say that. If you know, you know. And if you don't, I don't want to drag you into it. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to drag you into it. And I also don't want to give energy to this other person. So there's one of our TTC sisters who had a loss. She has a history. Actually, I'm not going to say either one of those names. If you know, you know. She had a loss. She has a history of loss. She's here on YouTube. She had a transabdominal cerclage before this 3rd loss. She had lost 2 babies before that. And she had posted about her being pregnant with her rainbow baby. Unfortunately, she also lost that baby. She has every right to decide if and when she tells us, right? I always say that. And I've said it louder lately because I said this on my last live. I feel like there are forces working against me, and I'm not sure if I'm going to post in real time the next part of my journey. But this is not about me. I'm only saying that to say that I relate to why one person might not choose to share their journey in real time. I'm not the only person who doesn't share my journey in real time. I actually got it from Arlette Hardy, who, I don't even remember. I can't remember how old her son is, but Joy Chaser is her channel name, and her son is Baby Joy Chaser. She had hers on delay. Originally, I wasn't doing my first pregnancy test on YouTube, I did it live because I always saw the titles of live pregnancy tests, not realizing they were pre-recorded. I was so gutted during that test, and everyone, it's just a bad look. People feel bad for you. I wanted to cry, but I didn't want to cry on camera. Like, I was very new to YouTube. It's just an awkward situation. So now none of my things are posted in real time about any cycle that I have. So I say that to say I understand the desire to post it later. I've been bullied for not posting it on time, where people are like, we don't want to see these. Like, I talked about my days past transfer in a live, but then I was posting videos that were prior to that. And I've talked about, they were saying, well, we don't want to see these. We just want to know if you're pregnant or not, which I'm a whole human being. I deserve better than that. I'm not here for your entertainment, right? I'm here to uplift. I'm here to share. I'm here to connect with women who are in a similar situation. I'm not here for entertainment. So that was hurtful. I watched E-Grinks, I've said this before. After she had her baby, she wasn't posting as regularly because rightfully so. She had worked very hard for this baby and wanted to enjoy her baby. And people turned on her. How dare you? We've been here. As if the baby also belonged to them. So I think we have to be careful of, like, when we're in this space, we don't know what people's mindset is. We don't know if it's at that moment that they're going through something and maybe acting a little strange, or we don't know who they really are because they're only showing us what they want us to see. So this person had a loss and decided not to reveal it in real time and chose instead to show other content, pre-recorded content, which I get. YouTube is a revenue stream for some of us. I usually break even on YouTube. I'm not here to make money. I have a whole full-time corporate job at a Fortune 100 company, right? I don't need to be on here. I want to be on here. I like what I get from being on here. She had content, and if you are a content creator, you know this time of year, a lot of brands are reaching out and they're offering you good money, right? And so it's like, well, let's break even. I spend money every month on something called vidIQ. I spend money on TubeBuddy. I spend money on different things to make my channel pop, to help give you guys better content. So I'm not going to judge her for the content that she put out because it was related to like Black Friday and other things, right? Get your coins, sis. Get your coins. I'm never going to come for anybody. It's like baby's Cheerio money is what I used to say. Like, I would be mad when people... You know, I'm a single mom. I've been a single mom for 27 years. When people would come for me, I'm never going to come, even if you don't have a baby. I'm not coming for your money. I'm not coming for your bag. It doesn't serve me. So she wants to show content. That's her right. Of like, that's not related to her journey. That's absolutely her right. Another TTC person, I stepped in their live, and I'm only going to talk about how I perceived it. I perceived what was happening as this TTC person bullying the other person who had just had a loss. And it was in the evening, and you guys, enough of you know who've been here, I watch it on my TV. I was in my bedroom, in my bed, watching it, and I just broke out in tears because I couldn't believe what was happening. I couldn't believe it. I was heartbroken. I was heartbroken for the person who was doing it. I was heartbroken for the person who was on the other end of it. And just as in this live, I have the microphone. You guys can post comments for other people to see. I can choose whether or not to acknowledge it, but you can't out-talk me in my own live. So just like in that case, the person who had the microphone could not be out-talked. The couple who had the loss were both in the chat defending themselves and their decisions, which that's not a choice I would have chosen to make. I wouldn't have defended my decisions on that because I feel like it's for views at that point. I don't understand what else it could be for. The person's husband was on there defending what happened, and I'm not reading your comments right now, just so you guys know. I'll go back to I took my glasses off on purpose so I wouldn't be distracted. I'm not ignoring you. I just want to get out my thoughts without influence, and then we can all come back together and talk about it. The person's husband was on there. The person who was on the live was shouting down the husband. And again, the husband's in the chat. We in the chat can see it if you're watching the chat. Some people don't watch it. And then finally, the woman who had the loss came on there. And I think at the beginning, it wasn't clear if she had a loss. She was being accused of faking her pregnancy for views. So then the woman who had the loss came in and said her child had died. And then I really started bawling. Because before that, I had been making comments like, you know, maybe it's delayed because of blah, blah, blah. Some people delay. I'm trying to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I wasn't sure why the anger was at 10. Like, I don't understand why you're mad about what someone else is posting. But that's just me. I'm telling you from my perspective. I'm not putting any judgment on it. If you guys think it's right, that's your business. I'm not telling you to feel the way I feel. I'm telling you how I felt about the situation. There was a lot of anger, and I wasn't sure why. Then the person came on and finally said, I had a loss. And it was like, now what? Now where do we go? Do you need to see the death certificate? Like, what is it you want from this woman? Do you know what I'm saying? So enough of you guys reached out because I wasn't going to address it. And I had talked to Cheyenne about it. And it was like, you know, because I'm like, I feel like the fertility godmother, right? I wasn't going to address it, but I feel like I just want us to be okay in the TTC community. I'm not asking you to take sides of anyone, and that's why I'm not listing the names. I'm not asking you to be in the mess, but because those of you who reached out, some of you know, And so I just wanted to come on and give my take because I've gotten a lot of DMs of like, what do you think about what happened? And so I'm telling you how I feel about what happened. I was heartbroken. I was actually heartbroken for both of them because I felt it was just a bad look for everybody, especially when we're on here talking about lifting each other up and care. Like, what happened? What happened to lifting each other up? Like, you drug this woman. So not only is she dealing with the death of her child, she's also now defending her reputation, right? Because if you drag her down, you could ruin all her brand deals, potentially, ruin her name. I just didn't understand what the point was. And it felt like, I don't know how much I'm a YouTube watcher through and through. So I saw the Jeffree Star drama, the Shane Dawson drama, the, oh my God, the Ace family drama. It felt like that, but about a baby who died. You know, Shane Dawson, I'm not minimizing it. He was accused of being a predator, right? So is, what's his other, the young one who was hanging out with Jeffree Star? I can't remember him. The cute boy with the brown hair. He was also accused of that. It wasn't about death. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to minimize that what they did was wrong. It wasn't about death. And so it was hard. It was hard to watch. I finally had to click it off. A couple of you guys told me that then the YouTuber and then her partner also were on there laughing about the death of this baby. I just didn't understand what the point was. I was heartbroken for both of them. I thought it was tragic. I thought it was a train wreck. And so I shut the TV off and I cried myself to sleep. So that is what my thoughts are. Now let me put my glasses on and see what y'all saying. I'm late. What's wrong? Hey, Genesis. If you don't know, just be blessed that you don't know, because like I said, I don't want to big it up. And then the video where I'm referring to was deleted the next day. And I'm told there were other IG events that went on. I did attend the IG live of the woman who was being bullied, who I perceived was being bullied, and just told her I loved her, because I do. Like, her spirits, I don't know her, and I haven't like sent any messages. Like some of you guys, we send DMs or we are on WhatsApp together. Like I don't have that closeness with either one of these ladies. So it's not like I'm picking sides. I'm just saying what I feel is right based on my own core values. You may have a different set of core values. The person who was doing it may have a different. I just don't feel like public humiliation is good for anybody, and I don't know what the point was. So hey Judy, I'm sorry that you're catching this as a live, because I didn't want to do it, but enough people, I just felt like I just had to say something, because like where I stand on it. I did unsubscribe from the person who I'm saying was bullying this other person, and I unfollowed on Instagram, just because I don't need that energy in my life as I go through things, because I could be next. I could have already been on the, you know what I mean? In my last live, I said I feel like there's some nefarious energy going on which is when I said I don't think I'm going to post like my next cycle in real time. I don't know if I'm going to post it at all until after I'm pregnant at this point, because you don't know who's watching you. And now I was watching somebody else's, and like when someone's energy is with you, it's easier to read, but I have been feeling uneasy about it. And I've been getting a lot of weird messages, and I'm not trying to make this about me. Like, obviously this is not as dramatic or traumatic as what happened to this young lady. But I was on there yesterday. Somebody posted on one of the things of like, on one of my very first transfer, oh, this woman is a liar. All this time she hasn't had a baby. What am I lying about? I'm lying about trying. I'm lying about, I show my medical bills on here. I show my doctor's appointments on here. What am I, like, do you think I hired an actor to sit in and pretend to be my reproductive endocrinologist? You think I'm hiring like studios and pretending I'm in stirrups? Like, what am I lying about? So it's those weird comments, and I'm not above saying, oh, somebody shouldn't say something negative about me, but make it make sense. Make it make sense. So it's just those things. It was just, what is this? I agree. Some folks are just, don't listen to the haters. Bullies don't belong. I agree. And Rachel, I've never seen it in this space. And listen, I'm not proud to say, but I've been in this space for a long time. I've not seen it in this space. Now, I've seen it where girls have had spats about, oh, you told this and you said that and I didn't want to reveal. And I've accidentally said something on a live like that wasn't supposed to be public. So I have to, I have done it too. I'm not above fault. But I've never seen someone be accused of faking a baby or checking their timeline. It was like a whole thing of like, check the time. It was so aggressive. I'm going to just mimic it for a second. Here's your timeline. I have these DMs. Make it make sense. I was like, what is going on? Like, what is going on? James Charles. Thank you, Shar. Yeah, so there was a scandal with James Charles and the other YouTuber who has like a hydration thing, and he went to I can't even think of all that, girl. I haven't been into it since like early 2020 when my mom got sick, but I can't remember. But it was that type of energy, you know what I mean? And like, of course, they have millions to lose, so they're all going to defend themselves. They have brand deals, like massive brand deals. They have their own labels. Like, we over here just trying to have babies, you know what I mean? We might have a brand deal with an OPK kid or something. Like, but this young lady who I perceive as being bullied also has a business, and that could potentially impact, if someone calls you a liar, that brings everything you do into question because your integrity is in question. So I just feel like if we're going to use that type of language, we better be damn fucking sure. Because I don't know why she would, if you're saying she faked it for views, it's other way to get views. You know what I'm saying? Or she could have said, I don't know. I just like, and even if she is lying, like it's up to the people who are watching her to do it. Like, I don't need you to be the FBI for me to tell me not to watch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was in tears and it wasn't me. I didn't have a loss. And I can relate to the young lady because, and I'm sorry to keep making it about me. I'm not trying to make it about me. I'm just saying like how my past trauma impacted how I felt about this, right? And this young lady had already had 2 losses prior to the loss in question. And so I'm just imagining how her trauma had it. But when I lost Applejack and it wasn't in real time, I couldn't come back on right away and say what was happening. I think I actually pushed my videos out 4 weeks. And even then when I said it, I was kind of like dancing around it. Like I was like, oh, HCG levels are not rising appropriately. Like it wasn't clickbait. I wasn't on there like, oh, my baby's about to die. I just said they're not right. And people were like, pray and blah, because that's how the doctors conveyed it to me. I understood what it meant. So I thought by having that as a title, everybody else would understand what it meant, right? Like, the baby's not totally gone yet, but it's not going to be a baby. It's not going to be a take-home baby. It's basically what it is when your HCG levels aren't rising appropriately. But I remember people coming after me so hard, and I'm trying to heal and go through stuff. And so if your baby dies, I don't know how you get back on YouTube and say that. And then to top it all off, after all of this happened, then the next day, the young lady who was bullied released her video about her baby's death. And she put it in the thing. I wasn't ready to tell you guys this, but I feel like I have to. And I hate that she felt like she had to, but I get it. Again, her integrity had been questioned. It was just a bad look for me. It was a bad look. Okay, so Sophia, it was shocking, right? I was just like, wow. I just, people hide behind their, and don't think about the mental toll comments can take. Cause exactly. I like your thumbnail picture, Genesis. Yeah, and that's exactly why I had to get saucy this year. Cause before I was trying to be nice, and I am nice. If you're respectful to me, I'm respectful to you. But that, like in the last one, I'm like, let's get some things straight. When people are asking me, did your doctor say why? Why do you need to know if my doctor said that? Like, talk to your doctor. So I don't know. It's just like people are real. These YouTube streets are getting real strange. So it was just tragic. YouTube was way out of line. I was so surprised to see such a lack of emotional awareness, intelligence. I'm still confused about the level of investment in someone else's experience. Right. That is what I didn't understand. Like, what difference does it make to you where you're clocking receipt? Like, literally referencing a timeline you made for this person's thing about the times are not matching up. Well, the same could be said of mine if you're looking at, because I don't always put the dates in there. I will say the video is delayed 2 weeks. Sometimes it's delayed a little more. Sometimes I will put the dates because I've said, or you can infer the dates because in a previous video, say for example, I said, oh, my transfer is on December 17th. So then on transfer day, that happened on December 17th, whether or not you see it in March, April, May. And so I just feel like this young lady should have been allowed the grace to tell us when she wanted to tell us, if she wanted to tell us that her baby died. It was so, and I think I didn't get to rewatch it because that's what I was confused about. But after talking to some of you guys, I think it wasn't clear at the beginning of the video, and I wasn't in at the top. I came in the middle. I left shortly thereafter. Like, once the woman who had the loss said my baby died, I was just like, I can't do this. I'm not sure if it was clear at the beginning of the video that the baby had passed away. But I know other people, because I had mentioned this woman on my IG live, and I was like, I think she's had her baby because in the banner on her YouTube channel, it had a baby on her chest, and I hadn't seen that before, so I thought she had her baby, and people were like, oh yeah, she did. She wasn't ready to say that the baby didn't make it. And especially around the holidays, that's already hard. I'm sure she had to already tell her family. Then she's got to face the family or decide not to face the family. We were just talking about this last week for Thanksgiving. What are you guys doing? Are you going to see your family? Are you not going to see your family? Are you prepared for the conversation? There's all of those things going on. And I didn't even have a conversation I think only my mom and my sister knew I had a loss, but I'm still tiptoeing around the holiday season, around losses and my journey. So like I said, I attended the other young lady's live, and she was saying on IG, and she was saying like how her family was making fun of her because she had always said, oh, my TTC sisters care more about me than you guys. And then here it is, this alleged so-called TTC sister who is like, you're a liar. It was like, oh my God. Anyway, so there we go. People out there, why can't people chill? If you don't believe it, that's fine. It's between, exactly. If you don't believe it, just unsubscribe. Like, why why use your platform for that? I just didn't understand. I felt so bad. But I was in the live. Oh, and I found it tugging on all parts. I avoid the maybe YouTube mom space for this reason, and I found it distasteful. Yeah. Okay. I was just like, just got off of work. Hey Pokemon, we're just recapping. I'm not gonna say any names because I just don't want to give it any energy. You're glad I did too. Okay, thank you, Cheyenne. I have done the same. I don't want that negativity. Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. And especially it's the holidays. But no matter what time of year it was, I just think a loss is hard. At whatever point she lost it, whether it was she gave birth to which in this case she did, but I also feel like a miscarriage is also a loss. It's just varying degrees of it, which is what was troubling to me about whoever am I, and I keep bringing it back to me because, I guess it's my platform. I need to talk about myself. No, I'm kidding. It's what I relate to. I don't want to, keep talking about what other people are going through, but just when someone is on there like, this woman is a liar. She's been trying this for years and no baby. And I think that comment in and of itself is ignorant because at the end of this, I'm praying for a baby, but I could end up with no child. I mean, let's be honest about that, right? I'm going to be 51 in May. I could end up with no child. I have this endometritis. Hopefully it's gone. If it's not, I don't know I'm not doing another round of the Cipro and the Flagyl. That is not, or Flagyl, y'all tell me. That's not happening again. That was brutal. And so, there are a lot of people on here who have tried, who don't have children or who went on to adopt or do something else. Celeste and her husband haven't had a child yet. It doesn't mean they're lying because they're trying all these times. And I don't do clickbaity titles. Even when I got the positive that ended up being a chemical, I wasn't like, oh, positive pregnancy test so you could click on it. Because I feel like those who rock with me. You know what I mean? Whatever part of my journey is. So I don't need to be like, I'm cooking and taking pregnancy test videos, which please don't put your urine in the kitchen. I'm not trying to be petty, but I'm just saying that feels clickbaity to me. So I just feel like the people who rock with me. So, and I feel like the people who rocked with this young lady rocked with her. It wasn't about and it was inspirational and everybody was praying for her because she did have 2 losses. And I feel like when you guys say you're praying for me, I really feel that energy. I don't feel like it's fake. But also, I had to learn and grow on this platform. I'm not the same that I was in the beginning. I really, and I hate to sound like I was super naive, but I was. And I'm a grown-ass woman. I just didn't think it would, so much nastiness would be there. But I've also through watching other people's channels, learn that in our mind we hype up more of the negative, even though if we can get 10 positive comments and we get that one negative, it's the one negative that sticks with you. But those are like, what do they call them when you're hiding behind a keyboard? I don't even know what it is, but anybody can be tall behind a keyboard. Anybody can talk shit. Like, it takes a lot for me to be on here with my name and my face, right? I'm not on like, y'all know who I am. Y'all know my government and everything. So here and on IG. And I'm not judging anybody who's not, but what I'm saying is I'm not here to fake the funk. So I just don't know. Oh no, I'm sorry, Elizabeth. Lead with love. It felt very dark. Yeah, I agree. Lead with love, because you just don't know what somebody's going through, how they're processing it, and it is just rough. And so, and I will say I was in a vulnerable place because, again, my 2017 baby would have been born around Thanksgiving. So I was very sensitive anyway going into Thanksgiving, and that's why I wanted to check in with you guys. So around all of that, around the holiday of giving, right? Let's give each other grace. And I was just heartbroken because even in her video, she was blaming herself. And so then to have somebody else coming in and call you a liar, it's hard. I have to talk to myself all the time. Like, I am enough. I am whole. I say it to you guys, so it's reinforced for you. Because sometimes we can go to a dark place and question, why is this happening, and blame ourselves. And I've talked to some of you guys who are like, you know, you want to tell your husbands to go on without you and all those other things as if you're not enough, and you are enough. So then to have somebody attacking you when you already are blaming yourself, and you don't know what people are going through, not even just from a TTC perspective, but other things, you know, like last year my mom had cancer, like that was a big thing. And sometimes like people weren't knowing what was going on, and they were messaging me like, a lot of you guys said are you okay? And I appreciated that. You either said it on the channel or DM me or email me. I am so grateful for you guys checking on me. But some people were like, well, what's going on with your TTC journey? When are you going to update us? And like, not even questioning if I might be going through something else. You know, you don't know, somebody could have lost their job. Somebody could have lost a parent, a house, a car, anything could be going on with someone else. They could just be feeling blue, like a lot of us have been during COVID, or during I'm pointing because it's dark outside, during daylight savings time, or the loss of daylight savings time. Like, I've been getting up earlier now just so I'll feel better, so that I'm not in darkness as long. Like, it's light in the morning. And so, just like, let's show each other grace. Too much TTC channel. I went through a total of 13 years. Oh my God, to get my 2 babies. And while I was having multiple failures, I hated seeing everyone. Yeah, that's a hard part too. Yeah. Some things are private, family, and should be respected, left unsaid. Exactly. I agree. I don't know what I would do. I just broke down with her. Oh, I don't mean to make you cry. I cried. I was just like, oh my, I cried myself to sleep. That was rough. I don't want to hurt others that are still trying. It is hard, one bright light. And that was another reason why I was like, I don't know if I'll post my like pregnancy updates on here, because it is hard. I know people unsubscribe, and that's fine. But there's I can't even think of her name. Little Red House in New York. And then she did like Vintage Mom once she had her daughter. I follow both of them just because I rock with her, but I found that so respectful of like, I don't want it to be like I'm flaunting my baby in your face, you know what I mean? So here's my other channel where I'm going to be talking about motherhood. I don't want to offend you. So if you want to follow that journey, please come over here. If not, I'll still be posting content here. And that's what I feel like I want to do here. I want to be respectful of everyone, because it is hard. And like, I shared with you guys, like my niece just had a baby, and of course I'm happy for her, but that's hard. You know what I mean? I'm not going to front like it's not hard. It's hard. It broke my heart that this happened, and how was any of that helpful to the I still, to this day, have not posted a pic of my son. And, oh, yeah. I had to. Honestly, Natasha, I wasn't, but enough of you guys reached out that I was like, I have to say something, because enough people were asking me, and they know I was in the live because I was commenting, like, maybe she's posting because it's that time of year for content creators, and, like, at one point in her videos, her husband had lost. So I'm just trying to, like, make it make sense for myself of, like, let's figure out a way to give this young lady grace. Like, I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation, and this is not the way to find out. And I think that was one of my comments before. I don't know if it was here on IG, where I talked about the man who went to church, his phone went off, and everybody in the church kind of went off on him, and his wife gave him a hard time. And then he went to a bar, he broke a glass, and everybody was super helpful, and he never went back to church, and he's still hanging out at the bar. So meet people where they are. If you're trying to get information, create a safe space for them to share that information. Like, what a beautiful moment would have happened. Actually, I don't even think it was that person's place to say it, so I'm not going to say a beautiful moment there. But I think if the young lady who had the loss had been allowed the grace to share in her own time, that would have been such a much better place for her. And now I'm sure she's looking at all of us like, well, y'all said y'all was my sisters too. Are you going to turn on me? So I went in her live, but I didn't DM her. I asked her to send me her address, like, or her post office box, so I can send her something. But I'm not even going to be like chummy because I don't want to be fake. Like, I was cordial to her before. I will continue to be cordial. I just wanted to let her know that I love her as a TTC sister, and I didn't agree with the way that went down. Totally missed it. I'm glad I did. I only watch. I don't have content. I couldn't imagine going through all that with my miscarriage. Oh, I'm sorry for your loss last year. Yeah, I understand now why people say, I thank you for your courage. Before, I didn't really understand, partly because I'm naive, I guess, or just really gullible. But it takes a lot. And I actually have referred people to this young lady's channel who are talking about they had to have a CERCLAS or were about to get it because I knew she had that experience. Because that's a whole other thing when you have multiple losses like that, and it is a part of your body that's not doing what we're told it should do. I'm not going to place a judgment. What medical professionals say that it should do, or what appears to be happening naturally for other women, where you're struggling with that, it's hard not to blame your body. I definitely had thoughts of blaming my body. Like when they told me about my egg quality, I took every supplement known to man, which the supplements work because you can see it in my face that they're working. They just didn't work in my uterus, right? So all that stuff about anti-aging and mitochondria with the ubiquinol, they work. I'm not going to pretend like that wasn't painful for me. Which is why it made it even more painful to go to donor eggs, because I did feel like my eggs or my body let me down. So it's just let's give each other grace. Is it being blown up all over YouTube? Are people still? And that was part of it. I didn't want to contribute to it, but I was like, I do have an opinion about it, and I let me just share what my thoughts are. A negative, Yeah, see, it's okay to say nothing is what my mom always said. If you don't know what to say, it's okay to say nothing. And if someone has a loss, you don't need to say, oh, it was meant to happen, or God had a plan, or everything happens. Even if you believe that's 100% true, think about how the other person might receive it. How about just ask them, how can I support you? You know what I mean? Like, what is it? I understand that this could be a very painful time. How can I support you? And really listen when they tell you. Really listen. And stop with the, oh, you'll get over it, or I remember when my brother died, people were like, it'll get better in time. It's not true. It doesn't get better in time. Your ability to handle your emotions, to regulate your emotions, I'm not even going to say handle it, where you're not bursting out in tears every time, that gets better. But I miss my brother every single day. Like, it never got easier. So people sometimes just say shit to make themselves feel comfortable. Sometimes it's okay to sit in silence and say nothing. And that may be what the person needs. Like, they just need to feel your energy and your support, and you can sit there quietly or hold their hand, or, you know what I mean? Yeah. Some things are private family matters and should be respected and not discussed. I totally agree. A BB. Is it a baby? A baby? I'm being silly. Imagine really losing a baby and someone tell you you're lying. Yeah. It just is like, it's crazy. I can't. Is doing it for the... I agree. And that is also why I left the live, because I was like, I'm not... Like, the more you guys know about the algorithm, the more people that are in the live, the more people that'll come. Speaking of being in the live, hit the thumbs up for me. This is for subscribers only. I did set the conditions. You have to have been a subscriber for at least a month to join this. So there's not going to be anybody creating fake accounts and jumping in this. Because I've been seeing that on a lot of lives too, where people, and then because if somebody says something, I'm going to hunt you down, and I'll look, and then that page just got created that day. Probably 5 minutes into the live or the day before. So I'm just going to do that on the lives from now on. Imagine opening up about your loss to get comfort and help someone else with their healing, and someone play with you. I have nothing to lose. Try me. That's why I commend people who go. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, I didn't even see that part. See, that is just, it's so shitty. It's so shitty. Um, yes, I'm waiting for Celeste too. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna happen next year. I've been really calm about it. I talked about it in Vlogmas. It's Vlogmas Day 2. If you guys are not subscribed to my other channel, go over there and watch it. But I did talk about that of like, I had been feeling like scarcity and like needy, and then I was just like, today I really worked on abundance. I do feel like it's gonna happen, and I have to protect my own mindset and not get caught up in other stuff. Um, so yeah, and I started to do a recorded video about this, and I was like, let me talk to people and like let's do it where it's just us, it's just the fam in here. In case any of you guys are hurting from it, because like I said, I was heartbroken. I don't know. So you did, yeah, okay, yeah, and it honestly, I felt like she was extorted into giving that video. Do you know what I mean? Like before she wanted to. I can't remember the young lady who did the makeup, or she still does makeup. It's like a long name, a makeup name. I used to watch all the makeup channels. And she came out as a trans woman. Nikki, is her name Nikki? Because someone was bullying her that they were going to reveal it. And I was just like, how fucked up are you that you're like using someone's truth as blackmail? That's all I can think of it as, using someone's truth as blackmail. If they never tell you, it's none of your business. You know what I mean? I mean, if I come up here and I get pregnant, I have twins, and I don't come back and update this, y'all might be mad for a little bit, but your life is going to be okay. I don't owe you an explanation. I feel like enough of you guys root for me that I will be so happy to tell you. But I want to say it in a respectful way, because I know people are still trying. But if I never update this channel again, I don't owe you guys anything. Or if I start posting other things, you have to make a decision if you want to continue watching, right? So if the other young lady was posting like brand deals, you have to decide if you want to watch that or not. I never felt like any of it was clickbaity. I enjoyed her personality. I still do. At least what was shown to me on camera, and her journey. And I thought it was like any pregnancy after a loss, I'm here for it. You know what I mean? I just root extra hard. And it was a high-risk pregnancy, this one. So there was a chance there was going to be a loss. Mine is going to be a high-risk pregnancy. So I know there's a chance, you know. And I was getting annoyed when people kept saying, oh, stop saying it's a high-risk pregnancy. And I'm like, well, clearly you don't understand how maternal fetal medicine works, because I have a history of IUGR. I have all these other medical conditions. I'm 50. It's going to be a high risk whether I say it or not. I'm not going to pretend that it's not a high risk. So, and then people are like trying to bully me into taking more risks. You should do this. You should do that. You should mind your own business. Like, I'm sharing my journey. I'm not here soliciting medical advice from you, dear friend, on the internet against what the people that I pay them are telling me. You know what I'm saying? Like, Helen her, she's always been transparent because she didn't mention a name. I prayed so hard. Oh, I don't know. I felt like shit telling her she's always been transparent because she didn't mention a name. I don't remember. I don't know what that means, Cheyenne. But I'm probably reading the intonation wrong. For miserable, lonely, broken, lost, and selfish ass people. Yeah. Well, the person who was bullied didn't even go live. She was over there minding her own business. The person who was doing the bullying just... And now it makes sense, because in my last, if you go back and watch my last live, you'll figure it out, but I'm not going to give nobody no airtime. Where I was like, oh, this person just posted a video about clickbait. And I was like, oh my God. Meanwhile, the person who's saying clickbait is posting videos about cooking and taking pregnancy tests. Like, in my house, we don't do that, so I'm not judging if that's what you do. But you guys let me know. Do you take your urine in to the kitchen while you're cooking and take your pregnancy test? Somebody raise your hand. Let me know. Am I tripping? I don't. Yeah, exactly. And I think people blur the line, Brown Eye Queen. I think people blur the line. Well, you shared this, therefore you should share everything. And I just don't agree with that. I'm going to share what I want to share. And so, And I'm going to tell my family first before I tell you guys. Like, how would that make my mom feel if I just went on the internet and said it before I got a chance to tell her? You know what I mean? Like, some of these things I feel like are common sense, but again, I'm just thinking of it from my perspective. I don't want to project my common sense, my perception of common sense, and my truth onto somebody else. Get down how you get down. All I can do is on my channel establish the boundaries of how I'm going to operate. And I have been getting more like vocal. I'm not going to call them haters because I got love for everybody. You are hurting the hurters. You're hurting, and so you're trying to hurt me. I only can establish boundaries for them because I've been getting a lot of saucy hurters in my comments lately, which I haven't even been in an active cycle, so I don't know where that's coming from, you know? Oh, thank you. I'm pressing unbothered, sis. Let's get some. Oh no, I'm not getting any wine tonight, girl. I'm doing Vlogmas on the other channel. I still have to edit. I wasn't even, like I said, I wasn't gonna come on here. I wasn't gonna address it, and then I was like, maybe I should do a recorded video. But so many people were hitting me up. I'm like, I want to check in case anybody else is feeling what I'm feeling or just needs a space to talk about this because it's been a lot of DMs going on. I agree. I think there should be an apology on the platform. If that person, in fact, feels sorry, I'm not saying that she does or she should, but if there is an apology coming, it should be on the same platform that the bullying went down. But for me, I mean, obviously, I'm appreciative of anybody who recognizes if they did something inappropriate and walks it back. But for me, the fact that it went there, I can't go back to that channel. I can't go back to that space. Like, I don't trust it. And I'm always have one eye open because I'm waiting for you to come for me. Now I'm waiting. You feel me? I'm suspicious if you're not the one creating the random comments now because I've been feeling that energy. It was the timeline for me. It was the timeline and the phone. I just remember this. And it was like, I'm going to tell you, I wasn't in a good space to begin with. I'm PMSing. And so I was already like a little bit, And then the TV is, I'm laying in bed. The TV's up on the wall. And it was just like this big hulking figure because I think it was being shot on a camera. I'm going to get close so I can tell you guys what my experience was. This is how I saw the person in the thing. It was like this. And the yelling and the faces and the this. I was like, oh my God. And when you watch it on your TV, the chat comes up on the TV. Like, I can't do it. How can I show you guys? Let me see. It comes up like, this is not going to work. It comes up on this side of the TV with the chat. And then obviously I can't chat on the TV. So I had to get my phone out so I can chat. I should have got my laptop because on the laptop only you can actually put the person's name in and they'll see it. But so I'm in there like commenting and I'm trying to comfort the person who's being yelled at. And it was too much. It was too much. So it broke my heart. It broke my heart. It really did. Don't need to bring that negative spirit regardless of what they think. We don't want to hear that. Yeah. But that's what I was like, honestly, even though I was heartbroken, it was a lot of people still in the chat. I saw another chat, I don't even remember when this happened now. I saw either a chat this morning or yesterday morning, a live that was going on. I didn't click on it, but it was like 125 people watching. So that's what I was like, well, maybe that's the energy her subscribers like. And I was like, it's not my preference. I'm just going to bow out quietly. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't judge anybody for getting down with that. I just know I only could speak for what my own core values, and that behavior was not in alignment with my own core values, and so I choose not to be a part of it. I'm not saying this to get anybody on my bandwagon or take sides. Like I said, I don't know either one of them personally. I don't have a relationship with either of them personally. It's just not how, it's not how I choose to get down. That's all I'm saying. So December 17th is your transfer day. Yay! Look, that's weird too because nothing has happened to me on the 17th. That just popped into my head. So that's interesting. We are definitely praying for you. Yes, Judy. Perfect Christmas present. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's wrong to be bullied, and again, you share what you want to share. And if you can't lift someone up with something positive, don't say anything. Especially on this journey, we all know how hard it is. Yeah. Happy Jack is your baby. For all. I wish a motherfucker would. That's what I was feeling about it. Oh my God, it's so funny you say that. I'm gonna be vulgar. I was thinking, you said get the fuck out of my vagina. I was just like, mind your own pussy. I know they have that thing of mind your own uterus, but I really was like, mind your own pussy. Like, what is happening right now? Why you got a timeline on somebody else's pussy? Please make it make sense. Oh my God. The trolls. Yeah, the trolls. Bitches, roaches, tumors, but okay, not haters, but bitches. Okay, I feel you. Yeah, it was just a lot. About others, because you never know when someone is at their breaking point, and something you say can push them over the edge. People need to be mindful of that. I thought of that too. And yeah, you don't know what is going to break somebody and what breaking looks like for them, um because it's absolutely true. Thank you, Cheyenne, my goat moderator. But I'm glad you did. That's funny. No, it's okay. Listen, I'm on here cussing too. It was reaction provoking. I think it was meant to be reaction provoking. If it was meant for clicks and views and subs, I'm not there for it. It's not for me. Oh, Lydia, I'm so sorry for your loss. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm amazed that she had the courage to put that video up the next day, and felt the need to explain herself, because I might have just left YouTube. But like I said, she has other businesses and other channels, other things going on. Yeah, I'm not. Some of it was like, because there was a little bit of back and forth. I'm not gonna get into the specifics of how they knew each other or what. They each have a different story. I'll just leave it at that. I'm not the arbiter of truth. I'm only speaking for what I experienced, and yeah. Or someone else's. You have to catch the vibe, the drift. Yeah. So let's see. I definitely need to talk to you. Okay, let me know if you want. We can do the IG FaceTime later, or DM me. Yeah, Melanie. Oh my God. Everyone needs grace. Absolutely. Absolutely. And in our ability to give other people grace, we also underscore the ability to give ourselves grace. Do you know? We are all spiritual beings having a human experience. And so none of us have we didn't come with a playbook. Babies don't come with directions. Nobody gave me an instruction book for myself. So we are figuring it out one day at a time. And I think we just have to figure out like what our vibes are, who we align with, and what's going on. But I think no matter what, even if your values are different from someone else's values, it don't cost nothing to be kind. A smile is free. You don't have to say anything. You definitely don't have to get on a live and call somebody a liar. Because even if they are, how does it impact your life? How does it impact your life? Are you speaking for all TTC sisters that we're not standing for that? Because check with me first then. If you're speaking for me, check with me. To come back from this, I'm full women empowerment, but when you do something like this, I forgive, but exactly, I don't forget. I don't forget either. And I'm a Taurus, so I'm stubborn. I've lost friends. I've ex-friends that I don't talk to because they said some or did some crazy shit, and I tried to walk them back across the line, and they still came, and that was a wrap for me. Actually, I'm gonna do a story time on my other channel about one of the friends, because she's now petitioning my sister for me to come back to her friendship, and I'm like, no, it was I'm done. I say some bad news and let me just vent and cry. It's more calm. It is. I do too, Genesis. Like sometimes I just need to talk. Hey, Prima Moore, thank you. I don't know. I'm trying to remember. I don't know if I blocked her or not. I definitely unsubscribed. I'm imagining she unsubscribed from me when I unsubscribed from her. I mean, I don't care. She can watch. I'm 10 toes deep in my truth. Ain't no shame in my game. So Chris, it happened on both the first live where the bullying incident where I'm talking about like the face was right here on my TV. That happened on YouTube. And then the person who was being referenced in the YouTube video, who was in the chat talking about it, had it a live the next day on IG. So, and then I don't know what else, like, if any other people know. I'm just only going to speak on what I have seen. Hey, Crystal B, how are you? Yeah. It was such a sad thing to watch, and we didn't even lose. Yeah, it was really really hard, and I actually wondered if there were some substances involved or something else. And it's been conveyed to me, even though I didn't see it, that this person's husband joined in the kiki, and they thought it was funny. And this would have had to been, because before I was saying I wasn't sure when it was revealed that this person lost a baby, but when I left the chat, that person's husband wasn't on, or when I left the live was, so this was subsequent to it being revealed that this woman's baby died. So I just don't. I don't even, like, I want to say something slick, but I really don't. I just, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. You know what I mean? Teach people how you want to be, treat people how you want to be treated. I was heartbroken. Oh no, not burning the hair, sis. Oh my God. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I liked my intro. I was like excited to do that. Oh yeah, Cheyenne is saying on both. Okay. Yeah, girl. Nikki Tutorials, thank you. Before they outed her. Right. Thank you, Char. You know all the one. My mind, I can't remember everybody. But yeah, it was her. And I think either they were going to tell it or they were trying to extort her. But that would have been for pure clickbait. You know what I mean? Like, why? And nobody loved Nikki any less. I think her viewership went up. So it was, yeah. Oh my God. I'm actually gonna hide this. Crystal, can you do me a favor and take your comment out? I don't want to. I said it at the top, but you weren't here. I don't want to block you, but I'm inside. Or Cheyenne, can you remove Crystal's comment? I don't want to give power to the names. It's not important to the story. I feel like if you know, and I don't want to be like contributing gossip. I wanted to talk about my experience, and I don't want to because I don't want people going back and doing detective work. If you weren't there, it didn't impact you. But yeah. If you never tell us or show your baby, I would still rock with you because I'm here to see your joy. Thank you. So, yeah. Alexandra, we're not going to name the names. We're just, we're going to keep it moving. I was just wanting to check on everybody else. Oh, my God. Y'all just got to say it anyway. Okay, whatever. Who's acting crazy? We're all... Baby, they were both hurt, and I didn't see the original video, but she showed her no grace given the recent late term loss. Who does that? Right. Yeah, I didn't see the apology, but I do feel like on the platform where the bullying happened is a platform where the apology should have happened. Oh, Rachel, I'm so sorry. Oh my God. Yeah. Honestly, Rachel, I've been having this fear come up more and more. In my last couple of lives, I've said that I'm probably not going to show in real time. Bringing B. Yeah. Okay. When you get to a dinner party late and everyone is mad deep in convo and you have no idea what's going on, that's how I feel. But to be honest, not sure I want to know. Sounds shitty. You don't want to know. You don't. And I'm not on here to drag anybody. That's why I'm not saying the names. I'm not trying to be, because enough people reached out to me. And so that's why I was saying, if you know, if you don't, be blessed, stay blessed. Enough people reached out to me that I had to address it because it was the elephant in the room. And so, yeah. Long story short, one YouTuber came after another YouTuber and attacked the YouTuber who had a loss and accused them of being a liar. And went on with a whole live, and I was heartbroken by it. And enough people had reached out to me to ask me how I felt about it, and I was just heartbroken. I did voice my displeasure in the live chat. I did. I don't know if you read the chat. She didn't vocalize everything that I said, but I was saying, what if it was this? What if it was that? Like, because the comment was like, why was there pre-recorded footage and brand deals? And I was like, it's that time of year where content creators are getting money. This person's husband lost their job. Maybe they needed the money. Maybe they're going to say it later on. I think if you're going to say someone is lying about being pregnant or the loss of their child, like, why do you feel the need to say that? I think the first thing is to check yourself. Why do you need to say that on your platform? What's the point? That's what I didn't understand. What was the point? And as TTC sisters, I thought we were here to lift one another up. And so why are you dragging this woman? And you're on your own live where you have the microphone. And the young lady and her husband are defending themselves in the chat. And it sounds like you, Crystal, you weren't reading the chat. You were only reading what was said out loud. And so you couldn't see it. So first the woman's husband was in there. And then it got so heated that then the woman came in and finally said, okay, my child died. And then I just lost it. Like, oh my God, what is going on? Because to be honest, when I came in, I didn't exactly know what was going on. I mean, I heard the yelling and everything else. And you know, I can get heated on mine. Like maybe somebody attacked her kids again. I know somebody had said something about the hair on someone's kids, but it was like timeline, blah, blah, blah. So then I'm piecing it all together. And I was like, holy shit. So yes, Crystal, to answer your question, I absolutely voiced my displeasure. And I'm me all day, Crystal. If you asking because you think I was being fake in the chat, I'm me all motherfucking day. I absolutely said it. But people couldn't go back and watch it. And so people were reaching out to me asking me how I felt. But after the woman had revealed that her baby died, I got off the chat because I was heartbroken because I thought it was all bullshit. So I didn't understand the point. And I no longer wanted to participate in the revenue of the person who was holding the lie, right? Because you being here is participating in my revenue. Me being there was participating in her revenue. And I'm not going to do it. That's all I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to do it. And I unsubscribed. So then a bunch of negative energy. I agree, Cheyenne. I'd rather have some real ones. And that is, even if you're doing it for subscribers and that's what your subscribers are attracted to, like, how do you sustain that? You know what I mean? Are you going to make a bunch of, because there are, and I say that not facetiously, when we're talking about the YouTube mommies, not only are there YouTube mommy channels, there's YouTube mommy reaction videos. And some of the reaction videos are nasty. Some of them are like, okay, and they're getting views, but you're making your money off of somebody else's back. You know what I mean? You're not creating your own content. You're responding to somebody else's content in a negative way. There's one, I'm not even going to say her name because I don't want y'all to go over there, but she's on there talking about a bunch of people, like, meanwhile, it's only her voice. You can't see her. You can't see her house, but she's telling you like how this person didn't do that and their pregnancy, they're not as far along. First of all, if you've ever been pregnant or been trying to get pregnant, the dates are always wonky. Even when you know exactly when you conceive, your due date could change depending on the growth of the baby. All these other things could change. So it doesn't really make sense to be clocking somebody else's pregnancy unless you're on the Real Housewives of Atlanta and you are wondering about Phaedra Park's due date, which even that was none of their business. And they're saying it all out loud. Whatever reason it was, why do you care when she got pregnant? I'll wait for it. Oh, yay. Congratulations. Oh, my God. I'm so excited for you. Whoop, whoop. After 4 rounds. Congratulations. I'm excited for you and your wife, Alanya. So I don't like bullies who play victims. No one owes anyone an explanation on their TTC journey or how they choose to share it. If they don't post, just exactly and keep it moving. Or if they post about something else, maybe the direction of their channel changed. You know what I'm saying? Like there was one lady, Tasha, take a time out. She left YouTube. I don't even know if she got pregnant. She had one baby, but she left. She never came back. It's like 3 years later. And she probably got tired of the bullshit. You never know. Like it's crazy. Mind your business. It also applies to the Supreme. Girl, don't get me started. I know, Alexandra. Oh my God. We would never be having that conversation if men carried babies. We would absolutely not be having that conversation. Oh yay, Judy. I'm glad. I'm trying to keep you guys positive. I'm not gonna go too crazy on here tonight, but I did wanna, like I said, enough of you guys reached out that I was like, let me just say something. Maybe it's just people. My husband would have grabbed my phone and put me on timer. Right. Exactly. I think just like take a step back for a second. Take a step back. Yeah. Taurus life. Absolutely. Oh my God. I think I'm so heartbroken as well. Yeah. It does. It surpasses religion, creed, nationality, sexuality. Absolutely. Do you think so, Crystal? Cloud chasing? But why? Who is gonna follow? Who? Oh, because of the person's name? But you're attacking someone who's loved by other. I just don't understand. Thank you, Cheyenne. I appreciate you. That way we can repost this and it's not like, I just don't want to, yeah. Next year, and I honestly need only positive vibes and love. Miss me with the bullshit and try Jesus. I know that's right. Try Jesus, not me, baby. I'm gonna tell you this. If you want to come for me, you better go somewhere safe. You better not come around here playing for me, because it's after that it's all gloves off. I'm as nice as I want to be, but don't take my kindness for a weakness. Yeah. Try Jesus is right. It's a loss for both sides. Trying to conceive and ones who did conceive ended in a loss. Right, Renita. Oh my God. Devastating. And then I'm going to say this because people will be like, well, at least you know you can get pregnant. What that mean? I'm still not where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not a comfort. That is not a comfort. Some really awful things to both women while watching. I was boldly reminded why I'm afraid to have female friends. Oh my God. Yeah. I was respectful to both. I did not say anything awful. I was questioning what the motive was, and also trying to encourage ways to give grace to this other person about why they might not have been as forthcoming as you believe they should have been. But I don't believe that anybody owes anybody their story. It was heartbreaking. And I think it was heartbreaking all around because we do call each other sisters. And, I refer to you guys as fertility fam. And I mean that. And so to have this woman in there saying that she lost her baby, and then to have the other women in the chat, like, echoing what the large head on the screen was saying was, it was heartbreaking. It really was heartbreaking. I would just hope, that we have more compassion for one another, honestly. Hey, Citra Couture, how are you? Oh, I love this head wrap and this thumbnail, sis. Life. Shauna, we're not gonna say, Cheyenne, can you do me a favor again and block out the, I don't want to say the names. If you know, you know. If you don't, keep your peace. My stomach hurt for 24 hours. I don't wish this on anyone. Yeah, my stomach did too. Oh my God, it was rough. I was glad to see that she did come on IG. Only because then I felt like, okay, at least she's mentally like stable. I'm not gonna say in a good place, but you don't know if that's gonna push somebody over the edge. Like, is she gonna go harm herself, harm other people? It was just like, whoa, what happened? Devolved into nonsense about who was doing what for clout, who needed whom for the come up. It was ugly and immature. Then the tears. Oh, I missed the tears. Thank God. I don't understand the clout on the TTC channels though. Like, you want to be known for struggling. I mean, I'm laughing because I'm part of. I don't want to be known for that. I I mean, for me, it's been about the sisterhood. It's been about informing people, especially women of color, how to advocate for themselves, like things we can do for our body. Again, I felt like, I really felt like I could recharge my eggs. I think had I tried maybe 3 years earlier, I could have. But I'm a Taurus. I'm stubborn. I tried it, but I've learned so much from you all, and a lot of you guys have shared that you learned from me or that you've just been uplifted, and I just think that's so beautiful. But for clout, I don't know. I don't know. That share on the internet because I couldn't do it for this reason. Yeah, Melissa, it's crazy. Oh wait, I'm skipping over stuff. Sorry. People wonder why they have bad luck and things be messed up. It's because they head up everyone's butt, but they can't get a grip on themselves. Yeah, it's just a lot. It was a lot. Um, if don't come for me unless I send for you, it was a person. Baby, listen. I only have 30 subs on my channel because I see some slick comments on my TTC buddy, Simply Blessed. Really? On hers? Oh my God. Is that Freya? Is it Simply or Simple Blessing? Is that Freya? She's in Germany. They're saying slick shit to her? Or wait, I might be mixing her up. I don't know why people come with the foolishness. And honestly, I'm like, I've been thinking about this since all this happened. When people come on, it has to be other TTCers coming on there, right? Or like herders, because how did you randomly come across my channel to like bully me and tell me when am I gonna reveal if I'm pregnant or not? Like literally people were saying that on my, I think it was my third transfer. Because I had posted live saying what my days passed, and then the actual recorded videos were on delay. I had to finally block the person because I'm trying to be nice. Like, well, maybe they're just curious. No, fuck them. They don't know boundaries. So I finally had to block them. But like, I don't know why they need to be mean or judgy. If you're not helping, you might be hurting. Hey, Adore. Is it Adores? Adores? Love you back, sis. You were in the lives that happened afterwards just seemed different and the vibe was just not there for me. I didn't go in any of I started to, but I was like, it's train wreck energy. Like I only wanted to go to see what people were saying, but I was just like, I'm not contributing. I'm not going to do it. So, it's heard. I'm doing what's right to protect. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you, Cheyenne. Yeah, Crystal, this is not to be messy. Like if you know, you know. And if you don't, you're honestly better off for it because I can never unsee it. My heart can never be unbroken about it. And so, yeah, it is that why do we need to say it here? To drag other people? Like, what would be the point of it? Like I said, if you know, you know. And so, yeah. Luke, mind your business. Yeah. Okay. Haters gonna hate. That's their full-time job. Yeah, we moving and grooving, sticking and grooving. Right? Okay. Thank you, Crystal, for understanding. It's just, we're not gonna give it energy, especially if it was for cloud. You're not gonna come up on me. I just came to share my feelings. Like I said, as the fertility godmother, I wanted to, because I got a lot of internet nieces and nephews that I help get into the world. So I need to check in on their mommies and make sure they're okay. But yeah, it's just, it's unfortunate. I hope that we all learn something positive from it and we allow each other grace, and allow ourselves grace, most of all, forgive ourselves. If there's anything, we take from this, you don't know what somebody else is going through, I've learned that more than anything during COVID. I think I'm so much nicer to people. Not that I was going around being mean, but I might not have asked them, how was your day going? I'd asked now the servers and everything else. Or I might have been like, hey, how are you? But not really waited for the answer. And I can't tell you like how many times people thank me for like, oh my God, thank you for asking. Not that I'm doing something great. It's just like, why aren't we all asking how people are doing? Like really just take a moment to get, how are you doing? Like it costs you nothing. It costs you nothing. A smile costs you nothing. Holding the door for something costs you nothing. Like, the world is hard enough. Like, why not just show each other grace? Like, I don't understand. So, Hello, how are you? Blessings to you too, Veronica. How are you doing? I'm not gonna stay on here too late. I did just want to come on and give my thoughts and where I stood. Like I said, I'm not taking sides. I'm not asking you to follow what I'm following. Follow your heart. Follow your heart. Do what your heart tells you. Only you know what's right for you, what kind of energy you want to allow into your space. I am dealing with my own stuff. Like, obviously, I'm not having a transfer this month. I'm not going to have my biopsy this month because of where my period fell. It's not 3 weeks past my medication. So, it'll be in January. So there's all that going on. And I'm just like, oh my God. So yeah, we'll figure it out. I want to share it with some of you guys. I have to figure it out. Like maybe we'll do a membership. Maybe I will do the membership, even though I said I wasn't. Or maybe we'll do lives and it'll only be subscribers. I don't know, because the herders are gonna catch on, and then they might try to subscribe and be on there. Yeah, I just want all of us to win. I do, whatever winning looks like for each of us. I know the holidays are hard when you're TTC, especially if you're having an active cycle. Melanie, I'm praying for you on your December 17th transfer, and just stay strong, stay positive. I got up and did yoga today. It felt amazing. I hadn't done it in a while. I hadn't exercised at all really since the antibiotics, so it was good to get up and do yoga and clear my head. But I encourage each of you to take care of yourselves so that you're not hurt people. Tanika TTC is the one who told me that, so that you're not hurting. And thank you. I appreciate you. Wait, what? Genesis cornflake poop? Did someone poop in your cornflakes or eat your behind with a spoon? Why are you messing with me? I'm loyal, but man, the trolls. Yeah. Let me see. Will your funds transfer to 2022 for your procedures? No, I'm not sure what you mean by funds transfer. The money that I've spent has been spent, so there's nothing to transfer. It's not mine. I already spent it on my active cycles, so we'll be spending brand new money in 2022, and I will have to start all over with my deductible. Maybe that's what you mean. I get a new deductible in 2022. Is that what you're asking? Maybe so. That makes more sense. It'll start all over as of January 1. But also my FSA, which I said that in my last video, my FSA will start over too. So I'll have that to spend. The beginning of the year is crazy. So money-wise, so I'm going to try to explain this. And I hate to talk about my money because I know some people try to count my pockets. But I'm not going to talk about the dollar amount, but just the way my life is set up. We all pay Social Security, right? I'm an employee who gets a bonus. So my bonus is paid out in March. And once my bonus is paid out, then I don't owe any more Social Security for the rest of the year. So my check is larger. I also get my merit increase in March, so my check is larger. But I say all that to say, January, February, that check is skinny because I'm paying into Social Security. I mean, it's not super skinny, but it's less than what I made in December because my December check has no Social Security coming out of it, right? Or any check after March has no more Social Security. So my January check and my February check are lighter than the December check. Then I get an increase in March and I get my bonus. So all my Social Security is paid for the year. So then I'm up. But like February is skinny for me. I have to be careful about, just because I don't have the same disposable income. Not that I'm spending all my money every month anyway. Like, I'm not living paycheck to paycheck, but just as far as like expendables and, all that stuff. So I say all that to say I'll probably do my transfer in March. Knock on wood, praying that, I don't even know why I said it's subscribers in here. I might not make this live. I might not publish this, but I'll say it like this. My transfer likely will not be before March for that reason. I hope that my biopsy in January comes back clear. If that comes back clear, then the reproductive immunologist will design a plan based on that. If it doesn't come back clear, it's a different, I think some people were wondering, like, why can't you get your protocol now? Because it depends on if I have the endometritis. How we're addressing that. And so until we know the answer from that biopsy, it doesn't make sense for the immunologist to come up with a plan. Okay, that is what you meant about the funds already spent. So yes, the money that has already been contributed into my deductible, it starts all over again. That's only my deductible for this year. So I mean, it's not the end of the world, but again, because of the bonus impact and because of the Social Security impact, my checks are lighter in January and February. So I'm not trying to rush out and spend up a bunch of medical expenses. The good news is I have my FSA card, so I have about I think it's I put it in the last video. I think it's like 2,700. It might be 2,750. So I'll have that on a card that I can use on January 1. But why am I gonna like go crazy with? You know what I mean? Like we'll see. I don't know either way. These are just like the factors that are going through my mind of like how I'm making the decision. And I'm telling you because I want to tell you, not because I owe it to you. So please don't come with a million questions like, well, you told us this, you should tell us everything. It's not how it works. But yeah, so hopefully that answers your question, Aro. I have to start all over with my deductible, which is okay. Honestly, I feel like the more I'm not trying to jinx anything, but the more the deductible I can pay down, then when I deliver the baby, I'm not paying that deductible. You know what I mean? So like that'll just be like I just check in and I have a baby and no out of pocket, which is what I thought was going to be for this year, but it's okay. God had other plans. I know I feel like this is not in vain, and I'm helping other people through this process, just like other people are helping me through this process. I don't think any of this was in vain, so I'm not going to question him. From the beginning of my journey, I've always said, let God's will be done. But energetically, I felt my child talking to me. Like, I feel like, I don't know why when I get on these lives, I get congested. Maybe it's the light on me. I'm not sure. But energetically, I feel like my child is with me already. And so I feel like it's ready to come through to the other side. And so I'm learning to trust my intuition. It's truly like becoming a switchboard. Comments you never thought would be triggers are extremely triggering. It's an emotional journey. Absolutely. And it depending on what trauma you've already experienced, something can hit differently that it triggers, right? So... and sometimes we're still working through that trauma. I don't know if I'll ever work through fully the trauma of the losses. And even when I was talking to my therapist, I was trying to explain like how each cycle is its own loss of its. So you have to go through the grieving process each time. There's really not anything else in life that's like that, where you're like grieving every 28 to 30 days. I was going to say 28 to 30 days, right? There's really nothing else like that. So I do hope that therapy evolves for women going through fertility issues, because I feel like I've educated my therapist on all of that, like each of them. This is therapist number 3 on this journey. So, because I feel like sometimes even the therapist wants you to hurry up and get over it, or they just assume that you'll eventually be pregnant. Or they try to counsel you that, what if you're not pregnant? You know what I mean? So what if you're never pregnant? I remember that one therapist that I had was like really trying to convince me about donor eggs, but in a way that I wasn't ready to receive. And she never acknowledged the loss of moving to donor eggs and not having a genetic child. Like, so I felt like I didn't have permission to grieve. So it can be messy. It can be messy. I think so. Hurt people. But I feel like that's when you take a deep breath and you cut off the live. Do you know what I mean? Foods and cocktails. Absolutely. When are you coming to New York? Absolutely. We have to have. Even if I am pregnant, we can have food. We can have food. And I can have some mocktails. I've actually been doing well, if you guys watch the vlog, you'll see. I've been cleaning up, but I put my magazines out because I had to do a lot of clearing out. But like Better Homes and Gardens, House Beautiful, and Real Simple. And it's backwards, sorry. I can see it right, so it's probably backwards to you guys. It says Real Simple. Love Your Home. Anyway, I've been reading up on mocktails and recipes, so yeah, girl, we gonna do all that. I would love to do that. So, let's see, what else have I done? Can you adopt me for Christmas? Like me, not my kids, just me, because I need you in my life. Girl, I might, I'm trying to think, what is the thing of adoption? I don't know. What's adoption light? Is it like fostering? I might foster you for a few months. Sophia wants to be adopted too. Oh my God. Okay, Aro, thank you. Delivery is very expensive. Yes, ma'am. Hey, Natasha, how are you? See, Lydia, I'm glad you don't know either, girl. It's too much for the no one. It's too much for the no one. I don't want to feed into it. I just want to address the people who are impacted by it. It's like 9/11. If you didn't know about 9/11, you don't really need to know about it. But if you were there, I want to help you address your trauma because it was traumatic. It was very triggering for me. I wasn't sure how it was for everyone else, but especially after a loss, especially the holidays. Holding what was meant to be your rainbow baby. Or it was her rainbow baby, holding her rainbow baby and then not being able to have a take home baby. Because I think, I'm always stressing, like, I want a take home baby. Because I don't like it when people are like, at least you got pregnant. At least you know you can get pregnant. I'm glad. Oh my God. Crystal, there you go. Count on my pockets. Everybody's getting paid, sis. Everybody has a paycheck. So there we go. Hey, Davina. No worries. Welcome here. There you go. So, what would you like to leave in 2020? I want to leave insecurity and gain confidence in myself and my own body image. Oh, me too. I'm learning to love all my lumps and bumps, Genesis, but it is a journey. Some of you guys are too young, but there was the Real World LA. It actually was my last catalyst to getting me to LA. I moved to LA in 95, a year after I had Cheyenne. And Tammy was on there. Tammy Roman was talking about her weight issues and like having body dysmorphia. And it really struck me. I had body dysmorphia living in LA. There's a part of being an actor and going on auditions. I don't know about non-actors. Like I was an actor there. I'm not going to say aspiring because I actually had work. I don't like that. I was an actor. So there's pressure to be thin. And I remember when I left Fresno, I was probably like a size 10, a size 12. I had body, yada, yada. I was young. Everything was high and tight. Well, I don't know. The titties wasn't that high because I had breastfed. But they was looking good. You know what I'm saying? They was much higher than they are now. And then I just got this thing in my head of like not being fat. And I realized I was still carrying that around because I was like, I need to be a size 4. I need to be a size 4. Like when I was there, I was a size 2. But like being here, I was going to allow myself to slip to a 4. Then it went to a 6. And then last year, was it last year? I thought I was going to lose my mind. I went to an 8. And then if you go back to watch my early vlogs of like last January, I bought a whole bunch of exercise clothes because I was like, I have to lose this weight. And then I bought like throwaway clothes for my temporary larger size. And then everything else was happening. My mom had cancer and I was like, that don't even really matter. And now I'm like, I'm not a bad looking chick. You know what I mean? Like, why am I being so hard on myself? And I don't know. The mind does terrible things. I have a lot of insecurities, but I like that. What I'm going to leave in 2020 not 2020, it's 2021, Genesis. What I'm leaving in 2021 is the bullshit. I'm leaving the bullshit in 2021. I'm going to clean house. I think physically I'm cleaning house. You'll see on tomorrow's vlog, I did this part. Declutter. But also I'm going to do just like a people in my life assessment. Just because they were in there yesterday doesn't mean they need to be in there tomorrow. And are you moving where I'm moving? Are you vibrating where I'm vibrating? And so, yeah. Virtually. If I was talking to Cheyenne about that, these videos will be here long after I'm gone. Well, thank you for sharing that. I'm not going to call this out because we haven't said anybody's names in this video. I don't want to say anybody's names in this video. You make therapists earn every dollar. You're going to hear these thoughts. I know that's right. Praying for you and be encouraged. My C-section is scheduled 2 days after the anniversary of my... Oh, shit. Oh, my God. God still makes miracles. Yes. Wow. Wow. That's powerful. That is powerful. Good for you. I love that story. I love that story, Chris. I already said what I'm going to say about it, Cheyenne. I'm going to leave it at that. No takebacks. I said yes for fostering, Genesis. Not in vain. You are definitely helping. Thing. Oh, good. I'm glad. Not that you mean to hurt someone going through fertility by any means, but because there are so many different scenarios, you can say things you don't realize are triggering. I agree, Melissa. I agree. But that's why I think it's important for us to walk people back across the line. And then if they don't go back across the line, then you have to make a decision on whether you want them or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to make that decision. So I think it's okay for someone to say the wrong thing in the light of giving grace. But then when you explain how it's hitting and why it's hitting that way, and they don't walk it back, then you have a decision to make about whether that person stays in your life. Because we're not all going to say the right thing. I've said insensitive things to people, not intentionally, but when they explained it to me, I immediately took it back. People don't always know what to say, and that was kind of what I was saying, or not kind of, I said it on the pre-Thanksgiving vlog, is sometimes you have to teach people how you want to be treated. I know we say treat people how you want to be treated, but sometimes you have to teach people how you want to be treated, how you want to be spoken to. And for me, it was hard for a long time. I've said this before. I'm just now opening up my throat chakra. My throat chakra was closed for a long time. I'm a people pleaser, so I wouldn't say it. And then I'm mad that they don't know. But why don't they know? Because I didn't tell them, right? Where are the girls? It's real quiet in here, and I don't see either one of them. Hopefully they're not. If they were getting into something, hopefully I would hear them. I just realized it's real quiet. It's like 9/11. Oh my God. I have another friend at work. Her birthday is 9/11. Oh my God. Yeah. And another friend who is 9/10. So it is like that thing. Yeah. And understanding everyone's situation, even if they got a baby more easily than I did in infertility. Absolutely. Absolutely. And even in the community, we say hurtful things to each other. Like, I feel like when people say, well, at least you have one already, as if that changes your desire. And then also being upset that people say, at least you have one. And then the people who have zero are like, well, what about me? So we each have to walk in our own path, in our own trauma. But I think a part of healing from the trauma is what we allow to happen next. And so if people are saying things that are inappropriate to us, we have to tell them, because they can't read our minds. And then how they move from there. Just like it happened in one of my lives, in the IG live, and we said it to the young lady, what you're saying is offensive. And so, I'm going to allow her to have that grace. Maybe she didn't know. But once I tell you and you keep saying it, now you are intentionally being hurtful. You know what I mean? This is not related to TCC, but I remember a woman had told me, she was an older white woman, about civil rights movement. And if y'all know me, y'all know I'm like, wait, right here. She said, oh, I don't think that, I don't know if she said black people. She might have said African American. I don't identify as African American, but she might have said that. The African American people were always happy. It was when the civil rights stuff came up that it seemed to be a bunch of drama. But they were always happy. Every time I saw any of them, they were always smiling. So I had to explain to her why that was offensive and why they might be smiling, because they were in fear of their life. And the trope of like angry black women. I had known her for several years. My hair is doing something weird. I don't think she meant it to be hurtful. But nonetheless, it was hurtful. So I had to explain to her why it was hurtful. This hair is doing, oh my God. This is why I shouldn't be looking at myself. But yeah. Does anyone else find social media to be a distraction from their journey? I found comfort in other stories, but also it can seemingly take away. I do agree. It can be. Especially when I'm hearing things about, like, are people doing stuff for clout or for clicks, or like, I would hope not. I'm not pimping out my uterus for nobody. So And if it was for clout, how? Because then once I got the baby, you're leaving, or if I don't get the baby, you're leaving. Like, I don't understand like how you chase that. And I've actually, like I said, I've watched some of the family vloggers, and they go crazy and they go at each other, and people are being accused of having children. I can't say if they're having children for clout or views or clicks. I don't know. I mean, when I was growing up, I remember hearing people were having baby for welfare money. So I hope not. Does that mean it's not happening? No. No. Oh my God. Facts. Facts. Crystal likes to be in my pockets. I don't know why. I'm broke. I don't get no paycheck. I'm de-broke. You can't get no broker, but I'm rich on life. Yes. I mean, and money is fleeting. Do you know what I'm saying? Money is fleeting. So you are rich in love. You are rich in baby, sis. Yes. Oh my God. Oh, thank you, Aro. Slim thick. Yes, Veronica. That's what I feel like. I'm slim thick now. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. It gave me a lot of grief. It gave me a lot of grief. And I look back at some pictures now and I was like, some of them I was so skinny. And then before I was like, my body was kind of going on. Like, why did I get to LA and get confused? So, rich in life. Absolutely. Notary bad looking chick. Oh my God. Oh, thank you, Angie. Hey, Ada. How are you? Yeah, we haven't mentioned the names of, and that's why I titled it "The Elephant in the Room." I mean, some of you guys came just because you wanted to come and see me, but because so many people were reaching out to me, I was just like, let me just come on. I love you too, Annan. And it's bringing us closer. Absolutely, Melissa. And I think because I truly believe, I hope, you know, like Anne Frank said, that people are really good, and if she can say it, after everything that was going on during the Holocaust, we certainly can say it. I do believe that we are all good. And so sometimes maybe we're hurting and sometimes other things are going on. But when it's explained to you, you get to decide how you move. And if you ain't moving the right way, well, yeah. It just ain't popping. Hey, Davinia. They're probably just eating your driver's license or something. Don't say that, Alexandra. You know I got to get on a plane this month. Oh my God. My dogs are so crazy. Keep getting negatives, but I know it's still early, so I could get a BFP later. Yes, everybody send out a little prayer for Brown Eyed Queen 2010. Absolutely. Absolutely. There are. I swear, Melissa, there are. I wonder about that, especially like the ones who are born into a vlogging life and their whole life is documented and there's always a camera in their face. Like, do they know what it's like to not have a camera in their face? And are they being real? Are they performing? And I say, like, I'm not saying like the kids are coached to perform, but I think during our formative years, we learn from the behaviors of people around us, right? We learn what pleases them, what displeases them. It can be especially painful if you are in a traumatic, abusive, like if one of your parents is a narcissist or an alcoholic, but you learn their behavior. So if your parent has a camera in front of your face and you respond a certain way and they keep encouraging that, then that encourages you as a child to keep behaving that way. And if you respond a way where the parent is like, oh, don't do that or whatever, then you change your behavior. So do they know what it's like to be normal? And then when they go to school, do their friends know their parents are vloggers? Like, I do wonder about that. Money is fleeting, but I would like some, just a little. Maybe I'm going to become a stripper, call myself Stitch or Stripe. Not Stitch or Stripes, girl. Cut it out. And not in a good way. Okay. I don't know this channel or other YouTubers to be a distraction, but I do spend too much time on Reddit. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God. I actually watch a lot of YouTube. I don't watch a lot of TTCers. There's some that I watch. I wouldn't even say I watch people that necessarily identify as mommy bloggers, but I watch Gina Janine. She's a mom, but that's not what her content is about. I watch Lily's two channels, Lily Yours Truly and Life of Lily. She's a mom, but she's not like a mommy vlogger. I'm trying to think. I know there was some big matchup between Strong Mommy Chrissy, I think is her name, and Jasmine. And there was a bunch of reaction channels, and I guess everybody gets views from that. I don't understand it. But yeah, I'm trying to think. I watched Phil and Alex. I watch Celeste. I think it's Brian and Celeste. It's Kelsey's Life. Sarah Marie, who just had her baby. He's so cute. I'm so happy for her because she was at high risk. She had intrauterine growth restriction, which I had, and I know the risk of that, so I was excited for her. I watch Arlette, Chasing Joy, Tamika TTC, Sandra TTC 45. That's where I started out, like, and I commenting on those because they were single moms of choice. Sandra TTC was 45 at the time, which is why hers is Sandra TTC 45. So they were older. Tamika wasn't as old, but she was post 35. And so I was, the GOAT of Single Mom by Choice, Boston Girl TV. But then as I became more active, then other people were reaching out to me and I would watch. But for the most part, it was, love. It was all love. These are the new child stars like Mary-Kate and Ashley are like, oh God. I wonder, are their parents putting away money for them? I thought about that just today. Yeah, because they're certainly getting paid from these children. So I don't know. I don't know. I like YouTube for the relatability. I know some people are, putting on airs or whatever. Like I know, but that's why I try to find the real ones and stay with them. Maybe they're really good actors and none of it's real. But yeah. And each person gives me goals. It gives me things that I can change or aim for, like watching you get me back in school. So there should be meaning in everything we do. Absolutely. Oh, I didn't know that was why you went back to school. That's beautiful. I didn't graduate from university till I was 31, so it's never too late. Any suggestions for dealing with relatives who are blatantly unsupportive of IVF journey? One aunt recently said that it's unnatural. I was floored by her ignorance and callousness. I don't know how close you are with this aunt, Moni. I would just explain to her what she's saying is hurtful and why it is hurtful. Yeah. I think especially for minorities, women of color, I think IVF does seem very unnatural. I say especially because we don't talk about it. That's part of my platform is I want to normalize it. I originally wasn't trying to normalize donor egg, but then when I went that route, I was like, let me also talk about this. To a certain extent, because ultimately it's my child's story to tell, right? I don't want them to be bullied at school. But I think if you explain to her why what she said was hurtful and that you have always dreamed of being a mom and this is the way for it, I want to say, like, don't admonish her because, again, once you push someone away, it's hard to have that dialogue. So I think, how do you bring her in and say, maybe I agree, it could seem unnatural because it's in a lab. However, this is what is going to have to happen for me to have a child. So given the choice of not having a child or doing it in a lab, I choose the lab. And here is how you can support me in that and see what she does. And then if she's still not receptive to it, like if I know some people think it's against God or whatever, if she's still not receptive to it, then guard your heart and share less. When your baby gets here, is she going to love that baby any less? Is she going to hold that baby and say it's unnatural? I don't think so. I could be wrong. But them babies, girl, they tug at the heartstrings. I bought Little Dream from Celeste and read it in a video as a thank you for my baby shower. I didn't know she had that. Okay, I'll have to check it out. Hopefully that answered your question, Moni D. Any other ladies? Oh, Melissa has something. I got a comment from an older Italian relative and responded with, I felt it is amazing. Is it that we have to science to bring a beautiful life and my babies are meant to be? Oh, I love that. I will say this too, because for me, the body is amazing, but science is also amazing. I was able to give my sister a kidney. That's not natural. But thanks to science, she's still alive. You know what I mean? Like, so sometimes science has to intervene. And so I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So maybe I don't know your aunt, Moni, so I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, meet her where she is and bring her to you instead of pushing her away. Allow her grace to come to you. Meet her where she is. You shouldn't have to, but if you would like her to support you, invite her in, explain how she can support you, and then see, where she goes from there. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt and say she'll be all in, but I don't know her. I don't know what your relationship is like. I wonder why she felt the need to tell you that it was unnatural. Was that to discourage you? Like, she doesn't want you to be a mom at all? Or she only, she wants you to only have sex? I don't know. I don't know. Most medical interventions are unnatural. Natural would be to die at 35 from somebody. Girl, you better tell it on the mountain. That is very true. That is very true. Any medical intervention, whether it's a vaccine, not a vaccine, we vaccinate babies when they first get here. If it's a C-section is unnatural, right? So should you die to have the baby? Maybe you're not able to open up. I'm trying to think. Pelvis is too narrow. Yeah, there's a lot of unnatural things. Unnatural doesn't equal wrong. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm looking in the kitchen. I don't have anything unnatural in my kitchen, but I'm sure there's something. Marshmallows are not natural, right? That don't make them bad. I guarded my heart, didn't tell my family about my journey or my losses, and I don't regret it. Family will hurt you deep because they are supposed to protect you, and it's not always the cause. The people who love you the most can hurt you the most. That is absolutely right. Moni saw Melissa's comment. Okay. My mother scoffed at the very idea of me marrying a woman and having kids of my own. Oh no, it hurt beyond measure. Sometimes going to no contact is healthier than doing what it takes. I agree. You have to protect your heart. That's very good advice, Shar. You absolutely have to protect your heart. And some people, everybody ain't meant to be on your journey. Everybody ain't meant to be with you for tomorrow. Sometimes it's what is it? A season, a reason, or a lifetime. And so just because they're related to us doesn't mean they have to be in our lives. So thank you for sharing that, Shar. In one of your videos, you mentioned you only have one kidney. I had wanted to ask why, but finding out today that you gifted it. Oh, yeah, I only have one. I do. I gave it to my sister in 2006. We celebrated our 15-year donor anniversary this year in Hawaii, and also my 50th birthday. But yeah, I gave it to her. She's doing great. She's doing great. But that's not a natural process, right? But just thinking about it, like when I had to do a lot of research, because y'all know me, I think that might have been the genesis of my biohacking. Like, how could they do that? And so the fact that they can take an organ out of me and put it into her and it works just like it did when it was in me is just amazing. Not natural, but amazing. And God had a hand in it. You can't tell me that's against God. Because I'm here and she's here, I know God had a hand in it. Like, no question. I guess I raised that point because maybe that lady who did the bullying was too occupied with other people's lane. She obviously was not focused on her own lane. She was too busy comparing journeys. Yeah, and I mean, I think on this journey we can compare. I don't think it's healthy, but yeah. I don't know why the timeline was being checked like it was, but that's a possible. And honestly, for me, it doesn't matter why. I'm like, I say it facetiously, like, what was the point? Whatever the point was, whatever the desired outcome was, I was heartbroken by the ongoings of it. So I don't know. I'm so congested. Sorry. I'm going to close this because it's cold and I'm getting all of the coldness. So give me 1 second. Because my nose is going crazy. Oh my God. Okay. I'm going to go in 15 minutes because I still have to finish Vlogmas. And I have to edit because it's a daily. She's much older and can be ignorant about certain things. However, she is generally supportive. I will follow her and bring her in by having a candid conversation. Yeah, I would say, yeah, Moni, just give her one conversation. And if she's still very like standoffish about it, then you know where you stand and protect your heart. Oh my God. So I know you guys are like, how much warmer can it be? They're blackout curtains, so they do have some weight to them. I'm just sitting up against this glass, and I'm like getting colder, and my nose is getting stuffed up. But yeah, and now there's my room. Let me go back this way. It doesn't look as great, but I'm warmer. Sorry, guys. Oh, thank you. Okay, people used to think about having electricity in your home unnatural and that it would leak into the air and kill you. They also thought that traveling at more than 20 miles per hour would drive you insane. Exactly. Exactly. It's so true, Alexander. Those are great points. Thank you. It's a pet peeve of mine when people compare their journeys, especially because everyone has a different path. What may take one person 3 or 2 years, it might take another person 10 years. It doesn't. Yeah, and they don't always line up. And so I think I've been mindful of that on my journey. Like, I share in case there's something relatable, but I don't compare myself to anybody else's journey, and I discourage other people because what's mine is mine, what's yours is yours, right? And so while we may have things in common of like we want to have a child, we want to have another child, whatever that is, or we may be going through IVF, the journey is different for everybody, and it hits different for everybody. We've had different traumas, different life experiences. So how we're going through it, I don't know. I was just never raised to covet what somebody else has, so it's a little off-putting for me. Even when, like, I'm not going to say your name, I'm going to call you out. But when other people are counting my pockets, I don't understand. It's not something that I think about. And then I'm just like, you have to be comparing me to you because how did you come to that conclusion? You know what I mean? It's the same thing when people are like, well, at least you have one, so I can't have another, because you're comparing me to you if you don't have one. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not diminishing yours, and I do understand that not having one can feel like the end of the world, but it doesn't hurt any less that I can't get pregnant. I don't go to sleep at night going, oh, at least I have one. Maybe I should give up. I don't know. Make one struggle any less valuable than the next. If anything, it might be a learning opportunity for all involved. Yeah. And also I think like learning how other people are coping with the struggle. Do you know what I mean? Like how are you coping? Because I could have just crawled under a rock and died after my miscarriage in 2017, after my miscarriage in 2018, after my chemical pregnancy this year, or after being told I can't use my own eggs, but I chose to keep going. I choose to be informed. I choose to advocate for myself. But that's very much like my type A personality too. Do you know? I'm gonna find an answer. So there we go. Hey, Tiffany. Don't give updates and love her from a distance. Protect your energy. Yeah. Uh-oh. That is protect your energy and space. With your table of contents. I love that, Shar. We all have different books. I know that's right. Hey, LaShonda. How are you, sis? I'm so glad you made it. Oh, my God. Yes, and she's saying hey to everybody. So I think that is it. Is anybody? I am praying for everybody, for your souls, for your mental health, obviously for your take-home babies, for happiness, whatever that looks like for you, however you define it. I do encourage everybody as we get ready to close out the year. Don't wait till next year to decide what you're going to do for next year. Think, reflect on all you have to be grateful for, all the things that have been happening for you that you are proud of, and figure out how to make moves in 2022. Like, I feel like my career has moved forward in a way that I thought it wouldn't. This year, I feel more comfortable in my own skin. I feel closer to being the person that I want to be. I'm making conscious decisions on how I want to move forward. I'm not blindly walking through life, so I just hope for everyone. I really feel like I'm having an awakening, and it's exciting. I really feel like I want to encourage everybody to move consciously, make conscious decisions. Think about, why am I doing something? What am I doing? Where do I want to go? How am I going to get there? Think about manifesting the reality, the life that you want to have, manifesting it until it's reality. And just vibrating higher. connecting with people, having meaningful relationships. I think after George Floyd and COVID and all those things, we've seen suffering on new levels. I've understood how other people are suffering in ways that I didn't understand before, mainly because I was too busy and unconcerned. Now I'm concerned. I understand how people weren't getting a living wage pre-COVID and people had 2 and 3 jobs. Like, that was a normal thing. I've in my life had 2 or 3 jobs because of my circumstance. I mean, I had 2 jobs and I was going to school when I was pregnant because of my circumstance and because I wanted more. But that's not sustainable long term, right? And so I think, advocating for each other as human beings, that we all get a living wage, that we all get adequate health care, petition your legislators. They work for you. For fertility benefits, for health benefits, dental benefits. Like, don't sleep on those things. In the mouth, this is not right. Everything can go wrong. People have heart attacks and everything else from your teeth not being right. And just like being the best version of yourselves. Like, I don't think you'll ever be mad at that, being the best version of yourselves, lifting other people up. But only you can decide what your calling is. I don't know. I think there has to be devils and angels, and maybe you're meant to be a devil, and then stand 10 toes deep in that. I'm not gonna fuck with you, but stand 10 toes deep in that if that's what you're meant to be. Be true to yourself. Know that you can count on me and lean on me as far as supporting your journey. And I'm trying to define for myself what that looks like in 2022, how I support you, what the best way to do that is. I don't know that sharing every intimate detail of my journey is going to be helpful, mainly because it's the way people are responding, not anybody in the fam, but the way the internet is responding and the questions, like, it's not all love. And I just don't want to, I don't want to have that energy on me. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling positive. I'm working my way through some stuff. And so I don't know that sharing the day I have a transfer is helpful to you. I think there's enough content on my channel of me having a transfer that you get it. So I don't know what that's going to look like in 2022. I can't believe it's going to be 2022. This is the last month of 2021, y'all. The last month, which is crazy to me. But yeah, I don't know. I will continue to be here for you. I just don't know in what form. And I think just recent incidents are really enforcing that to me. The more I put out there, the more there is for people to attack. The more there is for people to question why I'm not sharing in a time that they want to share and that sort of thing. And I'm not here for it. I'm fresh out of fucks for it. And so for the people who really need me, for the people who I really need, who we vibe together, I'm trying to figure out what that support looks like for us together in 2022. And I just honestly, I don't know yet. I don't know. But I want to encourage you to be the best version of yourself. I want to continue to give you guys information on how to be healthy. I'm on my other channel going through like just how I'm leveling up energy-wise, like from an energetic perspective. I encourage, all of you to do that. But come over there and we'll hang out and have a good time. I don't know that it serves anybody at this point for me to be at the doctor or during the transfer, especially when, and I know it's not you guys, when people are like accusing me of lying, of being a liar because I've been trying for a long time. Like, I don't know what they gain by that. I don't know what I would be lying about. Am I lying about the trying? Am I lying about the IVF? Like, I have enough videos where my doctor has been on there. Multiple doctors have been on there. Where I've been at the Columbia Center. Where I've been in the gown. That's a lot of faking. And it damn sure ain't for the views. If I'm faking for the views, I'm up short. Because I don't make money. I think I've made money the last 2 months. And actually, I don't know if I will this month. Because there is an expense. Not only an actual output of expense, paying for like Morning Fame and vidIQ. There's also a time expense, right? Because not only am I recording, I'm also editing. Because I'm doing it out of love. I'm not doing it for the coins. I'm not short on no coins, sis. Trust and believe. I'm not. If you want to count my pockets, I don't encourage that. But trust and believe, I'm not short on no coins. So I'm not here for the dollars. I'm here for the love. And so I'm here to give love. I'm here to receive for love advice. There are some people who come and hit it and quit it on my channel, and I'm okay. I have those standalone videos, like how to read a pregnancy test, why you might need progesterone, why CBD oil might be good for you. That may be the value. And then coming on lives and doing chats. Like, I think you all know that I've struggled with fertility. So I don't think that's a question. Well, hopefully, the woman who was accusing me of lying doesn't know. But, Yeah, I'm just questioning the whole like how to share TTC going forward. Cause I don't want to come on here like who banging. I don't want to feel like I have to, but I will defend myself. But I also don't know what you gain by that anymore. If I don't have like, if I'm pregnant, I will put that on there. Well, honestly, I always thought that. But then what if I'm pregnant and I have a loss? And you know what I mean? So it's just like I don't know. But what would you gain by me having another transfer and sharing that if it's not positive? Like you already seen that. And so, yeah. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Oh, what did Covette say? I missed it. So they can't leave a comment. That's true. It's the energy though, Tiffany. Like maybe they can't leave a comment, but it's the energy for me. Like I connect with energy and I do feel the energy through here. Like I had been saying in the last couple of vlogs, like I just felt like there was something not right. Like yeah, I don't know. I actually what I said is I felt like somebody's trying to put a hex on me and I burned my hair when I straightened it. Like I just felt like there's something weird going on. So, and I don't know. I mean, and I say that in earnest, like even if the comments are off, I don't know that I'm giving you anything anymore if I have another failed. And I don't want to discourage anyone of like, oh, I should stop trying because she's had all those fails. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Like what would the value be? That's what I'm struggling with. What would the value be if I had another failed transfer to share that with you? How does that benefit you? How does that benefit me? Because the last one was hard to post. It was very hard. But I felt like, well, people have been with me. And now I'm questioning that. Did I owe any? I didn't owe anybody anything. I don't think anybody would have been mad. People would have been questioning probably if I popped up and said something else. And then if I never addressed it, they could decide how to move. But I don't want to be in that. I don't want to be overthinking stuff like that when I'm trying to have a baby. Like that's not my focus. And, it's stressful. It's already stressful. So then to come on there and then add on filming, editing, responding or not responding, it's additional stress. So I totally understand. I lost my first pregnancy, my daughter at 20 weeks and locked all her stuff in her room and didn't open the door. Now her baby brother uses. Oh, I love that it had a happy ending, Melissa. Oh my God, 20 weeks. Yikes. Yeah. Gotta go give my dog her night walk. Bye, Alexandra. Enjoy. My dogs are clearly not trying to go for a walk. Thank you, Cheyenne. Yes. I don't know what Covette said, but Kalia is agreeing. Just one little faith onesie or storybook. Yeah, I was actually looking at, I have a drawer, Char, of stuff, of like onesies and some little stuff, and I was looking in the drawer the other day. I actually moved some stuff out and put it in another spot. But yeah, I don't know. I like the energy of it. Test 1 2 2. We would miss your content if you stopped sharing, but I understand. Guard your heart and privacy. Yeah, and Tess, I'm not saying I wouldn't share anything, but I think I would just kind of go back to my roots of like, what am I doing? In the beginning, I didn't vlog at all. I actually vlogged when my FSH was really high, and then I was going to get retested, and I got locked into my brownstone. So I vlogged that and the maintenance man and his drama, because it was like, nobody's gonna believe this. Like I cannot tell this better than showing them. And so yeah, I might just do sit downs, but like taking you to the doctor's office with me and all that, or day-to-day updates, I don't know what, you know. And it doesn't make sense to do a sit down and say, oh, I went to the RE today, and then the next day come back. You know what I mean? Like that, it makes more sense when it's in a vlog form. So that part I don't know that I'm gonna do. I'm going to be vlogging on my other channel, but it won't include the TTC stuff. But yeah, I have to think about it. I don't have any answers. I'm just letting you guys know like what's on my mind, what I'm thinking, but I don't know. I don't know what that's going to look like. We are here to lift you up for your ups and downs. Thank you, ML. I appreciate you saying that, but I think what already has been experienced, it will remain valuable, and like the next part doesn't happen. Like either I'm going to be pregnant or I'm not. So if I'm pregnant, you'll know. If I'm not, you won't know how many more failed cycles I have, unless I do a recap or whatever. But I just don't know. Like I said, the energy is shifted. I could feel it before when everybody was rooting for me, and like this last time, whether it was people who had rooted for me who felt like my doctors weren't doing enough, TTC sisters who were well-meaning, who were like, you need to change doctors, you need to do this, you need to do that. And so I had to come on and say, like, guys, I'm a whole grown-ass woman. Like, you don't need to tell me what I need to do. I think it gets hard. I think it gets hard for people the longer it is. And I know these people were well-meaning. And then some of them stopped talking to me after that, which is fine. But it was because they had went too far across the line. And when I tried to bring them back, they didn't know how to walk back. And so, hi, I was looking for you. Like, when people are saying you should switch doctors, are you paying for it? Like, are you guaranteeing that when I switch? Because, and I don't know if it's because people, oh my God, I'm going on a rant. It's 9 o'clock. Okay, 15 more minutes. I don't know if it's because people haven't gone through the IVF experience and don't know what the fuck they're talking about when they're like, oh, just switch doctors. Like, do you realize that means I have to move my embryos and that they could not make it just from the moving alone? Like, you can't, and I have not voiced any displeasure about my doctor. No one has explained to me what this other clinic would do if I switched doctors. You know what I mean? So, like, wherever I go, the endometritis has to be addressed. Period. So switch for what reason? And so I don't know if there's value in that. But then someone had asked me, like, why wouldn't you go to CNY? Why specifically wouldn't you go? There was value in that. I think in me sharing, like, my specific reasons. I don't know, guys. I don't know. We'll see. Run a Google Meet support group. I'm one of the facilitators for an infertility support group and a pregnancy after infertility. Oh, interesting. Okay. That's cool. I've been talking about doing the Google Meet. I just have to figure out, like, we did one. It was impromptu. I just have to figure out what that might look like. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That reminds me of LL Cool J. I need love. Shout out to all the ladies who've taken home 6 figures a year or more. Who's Ray? Who's Ray? Oh my God. Yeah. I met somebody who was talking about 6 figures, and 6 figures varies. You know what I'm saying? 6 figures varies. You could be making $100,000 or you could be making $999,000. That's all still 6 figures. So 6 figures varies. Everybody ain't making the same 6 figures, sis. But God bless you all. Be rich in love. 'Cause easy come, easy go. You know what I'm saying? Easy come, easy go. Money ain't no thing but a chicken wing. But yeah. I honestly feel like as long as your needs are being met, you're fine, because it is, I'm trying to think of what law it is, where it's like, I think it's a Peter principle, where whatever you're doing will take up that amount of time. So like, if I give you 30 minutes to tie your shoes, you'll take up the whole 30 minutes. If I give you 5 minutes to tie your shoes, you'll take up the 5 minutes. It's the same with money. Just because you have more money, you're going to figure out ways to spend it. It doesn't make your life any better. You might buy, I can't even think of some. Instead of buying Dawn, you might buy Caldrea. What's going on? Why are we fussing? It doesn't make your life any better because you're using different dish soap. You know what I mean? You might ride first class instead of coach. It doesn't make your life any better. Like, you might have a more enjoyable trip, perceptibly, but it all, money is overrated. I mean, I can say that, I guess, because I don't have 3 jobs. But that's what I'm also saying. I'm advocating for people to have a living wage. You shouldn't have to have 3 jobs or even 2 jobs to, like, when do you sleep? When do you enjoy your family? You shouldn't just be here on a rat race. My other channel is Becoming Tanika. It is. Thank you, LaShonda. Yes. And I definitely feel like I'm healing myself. And healing a lot of past trauma, even understanding, like, some of the past trauma where it didn't have a name before. So giving it a name and giving it a voice and talking about, like, mental health and all those things where I didn't see anybody else talking about that in that space. And so, I mean, I'm an anomaly here. There are others who do it, but the fact that so many of you guys rock with me, I don't already have, like, I have Cheyenne, but she's an adult. I don't have little children. I don't have, like, all these, I don't have a husband, like some of the other reasons why somebody might follow a YouTuber. So I'm grateful for all of you guys. And I don't feel like it's by chance. I do feel like it's been ordained that I'm here. And so I will continue to be here. I just don't know in what way. And I'm waiting to be spoken to. I don't want to say God spoke to me because when people say that, I'm always like, did he send you a text, girl? But however that divinity comes through to me, I'm trying to figure out what it looks like. I just know it will be different. I can feel that. I just don't know how it will be different. So, yeah, I'm just here to be a. If I ever do too much. Oh, no, you're good, girl. One of the day ones. You used to help me get my POAS addiction out of the way because, girl, you was on it. The Google Meet was fun. I had a good time, and I was glad I got to hear some of you guys. So is the other channel. Oh, thank you, ML. Hey, Andrea, how are you? Thank you, Life with Lily. How are you? How are you doing? How are the twins? Welcome, welcome. All right, so I've ranted on enough. Like I said, enough of you guys have reached out to me, so I did want to say something about where I was. I was heartbroken. I was heartbroken. I was shocked. I was dismayed. It's not for me, but it's not for everybody. So we're all old enough to make our own decisions, and yeah, yeah. Hey, Christina, how are you? Thanks for joining. So I'm going to go, ladies, because like I said, I'm doing Vlogmas on the other channel, so I got to close out the night. The girls, I'm sure you can hear, are like, hey, we're awake now. I think they're fighting over something because Justice is growling and Liberty is selling wolf tickets. So I'm going to go and see what they're going on. But I love you all. Baby does. Hey, Sandra TTC, I didn't even know you were in here. I hope you and the twins are well. Thanks for all your support. Those glasses frames are, oh, thank you. They're dirty and crooked. I got these from iBuyDirect, but I fall asleep I must fall this way with my glasses on, and so they're a little twisted. I gotta fix them, but thank you. I appreciate all of you. I just encourage you to stay uplifted and do what's right for you, especially during the holiday season. It's hard to TTC. Congratulations to all the ladies who have the babies. Good luck on your transfer on the, no, I can't. Was it Marie? No, I don't remember. Oh my God. This cord is twisted. On your transfer. I remember the 17th, but good luck on your transfer. Good luck on the holidays. I'll be on here again. Like I said, I'm going to go live once a week on here. So we will talk. Have a great night, Sophia. Thank you. All right, ladies. I'll talk to you later. I love you. Baby dust to us all.